Stephen Fletcher aside, are there any other new concerns, injury, selection concerns ahead of this match at Leeds?
No others. Only obviously Fernando should be back out on the training pitches next week. Liam Palmer, hopefully maybe the back end of next week. But we'll see. Still very sore with that one. And then just Stephen Fletcher, the rest are fully available.
How much is there a temptation, not with Stephen Fletcher of course clearly, to run with the same team that you ran down at Brighton after such a strong performance? You rested a few senior players of course, but that starting 11 did ever so well for you down there.
Like I said before the game, I didn't rest players. I picked the team because they deserved the opportunity after the week that we had. So a fantastic response, a fantastic performance. But yeah, as I said to you before, the way I look at it is I just assess everything after each and every game. I don't pick teams to then plan for the next 2 or 3 games that these will play then and these will play then, and this, it's always try and pick a team to win the game. And yeah, I said to you after the game, a lot of food for thought and assessing them this week, and then we'll be to pick a team to go down to Leeds and try and get the win.
Because I'm sure you were delighted, even in reflection with Aragidi's performance and how he fared against Premier League players.
Yeah, fantastic experience for him. Very. I think I said it afterwards, he can be very proud of that performance, his family and us as a club, through the academy, and being with the academy side of it, and a testament to them as well to bring Azazi in, and he's at a level where I felt he, as I said, deserved that opportunity, and of course he did well in the game. He did well. It was a solid performance from him, a good first taste of it. The fact that he did it against Premier League opposition, especially with Gross that was on his side, which I think maybe they tried to do to target him, and I thought he dealt with all of that in really mature and good way. So a very good debut for him, one that he'll remember forever. But he knows, there's a lot of improvement to be made, and what he needs to do, and what he is a very sensible lad, and he knows that his job is to try and push his way into the first team squad on a permanent basis. That's his challenge now. He's had a taste of it. If he carries on with the attitude that he's got, and of course possibilities of that in the future is really clear.
Leeds United, one of your former clubs, obviously played him earlier in the season. Do you have an insight or a deeper insight into what they might do, because you know some of those players at close quarters?
No, but look, every manager brings different methods and different ways of playing. I've come up against the managers' teams, 3 times now. This will be the 4th time over the last season and this season here, and yeah, of course they're a very, very good side, and that's why they're top of the league. I said it all along. The ambition of that club is clear, and they've invested over the last couple of seasons in their players and in their squads, and last year, I said at the start, they've decided that was the year for them, and now they've had another right go at it, and they're expecting it this year, and they're in the position to do it again. So our job is, like always, to focus on ourselves, respect the strengths that they have, and try and find a way to put a game plan in place to try and beat them. That's what we're trying to do with every game, but especially when you're playing against such a good side.
You're one of the teams on Wednesday, one of the teams that have actually taken points off Leeds this season. What has Bielsa done this year that perhaps taken them a stage further, if you like, than maybe last?
No, I think they're very similar to what they were last year. I think they would say it themselves. They felt that they should have done it last year. They've probably learnt from that experience and gained that experience to take it into this year. So I think when you have that and a bit of continuity and an understanding of what was being asked of you from the season before, and had that time frame to work with each other to go into the next season, is always more of a benefit with a similar group, and plus the quality that they've added to that group as well. So their aim is quite clear. They say it themselves, is to be promoted this year. So they're on the right course, but in the 3 games I've had against them, managed to do quite well result wise. Hopefully we can do that again in this game.